Okay, imagine this. You do something kind for someone because you really want to, not because you feel like you have to or you're trying to make them happy. Or you speak up in a meeting because you know what you have to say matters and you're no longer sitting there shrinking in your seat. Or you stop settling for half-ass relationships because you finally believe and know you deserve more and you're not afraid to wait for it. That's what life feels like when confidence and self-worth aren't just words, but they're the way that you live every single day. And the last time we talked about confidence, how important it is, how to get it, and how to keep it. And confidence is great. But the problem is if you don't believe that you're worthy, none of that confidence is going to stick. You can look the part, sound the part, and convince other people that you've got it all together. But if deep down you think you're not enough, you'll keep shrinking, settling, and sabotaging your own success. So today I want to talk about self-worth because until you own it, every boundary you try to set will collapse, every goal you chase will feel out of reach. Every time you take a step forward, you're going to take two back because you don't feel worthy down deep. And that's where it matters. You see, most of us learn somewhere along the way that worth has to be earned. Get the grades, land the job, lose the weight, be the perfect partner, take care of everybody else. Then maybe you'll be good enough. Well, that's bullshit. Your worth isn't tied to how much you do, how perfect you are, or how perfect your life appears to be, or even how much you sacrifice. You were born worthy. We all were, period. But if you don't believe that about yourself, here's what happens. You'll keep giving your power away. You'll settle for less pay. You'll stay in relationships that drain you. Overextend yourself at work and say yes when every part of you wants to say no. You'll give up parts of yourself to make others happy. You'll put your dreams on hold because to you, everyone else's happiness is more important than yours. After all, how will anyone like you if you don't, right? Now, that's not the truth, but that's what you're thinking. But here's the kicker. No matter how much of yourself you give up, it's never going to be enough. Ever. You will always fall short with yourself and with other people. When you give and give and give of yourself, people just expect it and then wonder why you didn't give more. It not only causes them to dislike you more, but it also causes them to respect you less. So let me break it down. Confidence, that's external. It's how we show up, how you present yourself, how you speak, how you walk into a room. They're all great and you have to do them with confidence. But your self-worth is internal. And it's to believe that you deserve to walk into that room in the first place. Where confidence is crucial and can carry you for a while without self-worth, eventually you'll hit a wall. Because when push comes to shove, self-worth decides what you tolerate and what you walk away from. You see, you can be confident that you can handle something, right? But without the self-worth and knowing you're enough to handle any situation, your subconscious mind will start doubting. You'll start subconsciously uh, be letting that low self-worth leak into the situation, and then you're going to start second guessing yourself. And it's going to sound like, am I sure I can handle this? Or am I sure I can figure this out? Or am I sure I can go it alone? You see, confidence is how you walk into the room. Self-worth is the belief that you deserve to be there. And when you don't believe that you're enough, you'll send out that energy and you'll attract what matches that. So then here comes the toxic partners, the dead-end jobs, the friendships that drain you. You settle because you don't think that you can get better. And let me tell you, stress will eat you alive in these situations. You're stressed because you're constantly performing, constantly giving, constantly proving, instead of simply being. That's the weight of low self-worth. Now, the cure for this is actually liking yourself and liking yourself enough to know that you deserve better, to put yourself first and not settle. You stand your ground. And you stand your ground because you know even if people fall away, your happiness, your worth, and your dreams are worth it. I think getting comfortable with the notion that our happiness, contentment, and fulfillment don't come from others' approval is key. It comes from approving in yourself and knowing you're enough and knowing you're worth your dreams. So, how do we shift this? Well, you decide. That's it. Just decide. You stop waiting for someone else to crown you worthy and you do it yourself. You start asking, if I wouldn't want my daughter or my best friend to accept this treatment, then why the hell am I? Or why do I think I'm not worthy of respect? You raise your standards, and yes, people might not like it, but the ones who truly belong in your life won't fall away when you start demanding better. Now that sounds almost too easy, right? Like, if it was that easy to change this, then why isn't everyone just deciding to love themselves and that they're worthy and move on? Because deciding is only the first step. A very important first step, but it's still only the first step. Once you decide, what's next is finding the root and not just a symptom. See, we don't wake up one day not loving yourself. That comes from somewhere. Parents who were critical, a toxic relationship, growing up unseen, being compared, trauma, wherever. But ask yourself, where did I first start to believe that I wasn't enough? Write it down, trace it back. See, you can't heal what you won't look at. So find out where it was or what happened, look at it, realize that it's bullshit, and let it go. And stop outsourcing your worth. Most of us hand our worth to others. We wait for validation from bosses, from partners, likes on a post, approval from family. And start noticing when you're doing that. And think to yourself, who am I trying to impress right now? Who am I giving the power to decide if I'm enough to? And then take it back. Stop looking for approval from everyone else and approve of yourself. And clean up your environment. You can't build worth in an environment that keeps tearing it down. So if you're around people who belittle you, drain you, or only take from you, your worth is going to leak out. You got to build boundaries, change the circle, or you'll keep replaying the same cycle. Stop betraying or stop the self-betrayals. Every time you break a promise to yourself, whether it's skipping rest, ignoring your needs, or saying yes when you wanted to say no, that's how you're teaching your brain that I don't matter. Start to build trust. Keep one small promise to yourself every day. Doesn't have to be big. Drink water, take a walk, say no just once. That's how you start proving to yourself that you can count on you. And heal the negative self-talk. The way you talk to yourself is the way you train your brain to see you. So if every day you're hearing, I'm stupid, I'm fat, I'm failing, I can't handle this, this is more than I can do, why would you love that version of you? So catch the thought, call it out, and replace it with something you would say to someone that you love. If what you're saying to yourself you wouldn't say to your child or your best friend, then you sure as hell shouldn't be saying it to yourself. You see, loving yourself isn't only a decide moment, it's also a rebuilding process. You decide you're worthy and you deserve better, then you fix the cracks, which is the past wounds, the toxic patterns, the broken trust with yourself, and then love has a space to grow. So here's something that you can do tomorrow morning. Look in the mirror and say, I am worthy of more and I refuse to settle. Now that might feel awkward at first, but keep saying it until it doesn't. And that's how you start to rewire your brain. Second, make a list of every place in your life that you're accepting less than you deserve. The relationship, work, even the way you talk to yourself. And that list, that's where your worth is leaking out. And once you see it, you can't unsee it. And third, stop apologizing for existing. How often do you start sentences with, sorry, can I, or, I'm sorry, I don't mean to be a pain, but stop apologizing for taking up space. You belong here just as much as anyone else does. I am very aware of when I say I'm sorry. I used to hand it out like candy. Ooh, I'm sorry for this, I'm sorry for that, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. What I was really saying is, I'm sorry I exist. And when you look at it that way, that makes those sorries a little bit harder to hand out. Now, don't get me wrong. If I do something to someone that hurts them or makes them feel bad unintentionally, I will immediately apologize for that. I just don't apologize because I take up space anymore. That in itself is powerful. So instead of saying, sorry, I'm late, say, thanks for waiting. Instead of saying, sorry, say, excuse me. Instead of saying, sorry to bother you, say, do you have a minute? Instead of saying, sorry about that, when you make a mistake, say, thanks for catching that, or good point, let me fix that. Can you see how much more confident and self assured these phrases sound rather than, I'm sorry I exist? You see, when you raise your self worth, everything else rises with it. Your standards, your boundaries, your peace, your success. Your confidence gets anchored in. And the next step that we're going to hit in this series is boundaries, because without worth, you won't hold them, but once you claim your worth and anchor in the confidence, boundaries stop being scary and start being natural. So if you're ready to stop settling, this is where it begins. So if today's episode hit home, don't just listen, act on it. Write that list, do the mirror talk. Start catching yourself in the act of shrinking and stop mid-step. That's how you begin to take your power back. And then share this episode with someone else that you think needs to hear it, because raising your worth raises the world around you. So until next time, stay powerful and keep choosing you.